April 1945. The Second World War ends in Berlin. The combats are particularly violent. The entire world suddenly realizes the unprecedented scale of this conflict. More than 50 million dead. Never before had a war been so deadly. In this chaos, the shocked Allies discover the concentration camps. The shock is so great that the Americans force the Germans to come and witness the horror for themselves. The Holocaust, the millions dead in combat. Some Germans swear they knew nothing about this disaster. Incidentally, at the Nuremberg trial, when confronted with the horror of the facts, that is exactly what some Nazis say, like Hermann Göring, shown here on the left. However, one man states loudly and clearly that this was not the case. A British man, Elwyn Jones, Deputy Public Prosecutor. According to him, this appalling nightmare was almost scripted.
No secret of their intentions generally. For all to read, there was Mein Kampf, the product of the warped brain of the Führer.
Mein Kampf, literally My Struggle, the Nazi Bible written by Adolf Hitler, an inflammatory book which directly led to these atrocities, as Elwyn Jones claims.
From Mein Kampf, the road leads directly to the furnaces of Auschwitz and the gas chambers of Majdanek.
And at the time, certain Germans thought exactly the same thing.
What I was thinking, history proved. Mein Kampf helped to prepare one of the biggest crimes ever committed on a worldwide scale. The content is earth-shattering, because it's his actual plan.
So were the Holocaust and the war written in Mein Kampf? What exactly does the book recount? More than a century after its initial publication, the book continues to divide opinions.
This book should no longer exist. It's a recital of hatred, a crazy path that leads to loss, all written by a little man who was entirely convinced by what he's written. It's really just an anti-Semitic pamphlet of a violence that is hard to read. If we really want to know Hitler, we can't pass by this book.
On ne peut pas faire l'économie de ce livre.
Here is the secret story behind one of the most sold political books in the world. 12.5 million copies were published before 1944. A wretched book from a man who incarnated absolute evil. A book that was forbidden in many countries for 70 years. A book with an incredible story.